On to you Virgos out here. So you have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and then you Virgos have the Moon card. So, okay, let's see what's going on for you Virgos. I see that a lot of you Virgos are making decisions for yourselves that other people don't like, and you Virgos don't care. This is something where you Virgos finally feel like you're actually making decisions that are good for you and that greatly impact you well, in a positive way, in a way that you like. A lot of you Virgos spent so much time given to others, right, to the point where people don't appreciate it. They look at it and they have this mentality that this world is a dog eat dog world type stuff, which is not true. It really depends on a person's reality, right? How they perceive the world. Because I can speak to it myself at 33 years old. See, I'm still here despite what it is that I've been through, right? And a lot of those people who thought that they were getting away with something, they're actually feeling it now. So it's like, because the thing is that they can't stop. Their behavioral pattern put them in a position like this, right? And those same people still to this day, even though they betrayed me, they still like to hang out. So it's a situation where it's like, yeah, but at the same time, who cares? Because at the end of the day, yeah, they doing all of that. But at the same time, they still would like to hang out anyway. So it's a sense of that whole mentality of dog eat dog world really comes down to who it is that you're really asking. Because people will tend to have the mentality of, oh, dog eat dog. Yes and no. It really depends on who it is that a person is truly asking. And then what happens here is the next thing you Virgos got is the Knight of Cups. And like I said, the King of Wands. It depends on who it is that you're asking. Because how come it is that people, like, don't you Virgos find it odd that a lot of people find y'all to be stupid sometimes, but they can't stop hanging around you, right? They can't stand you. And they low-key don't want to see you go anywhere. But why don't they want you to, why is it that they don't want you to actually go anywhere? Why, right? Is it because of the fact that they see you Virgos, even though they can't stand you, they still want you to be around at the same time? Begging you to act, right? Begging you to hang out with them. But at the same time, they can't stand you. And they wish that you Virgos would essentially go away, right? So a lot of you Virgos, like I said, you've been making good decisions for you that actually impact you singularly. And if it happens to impact other people in a good way, great. But then if it doesn't, it's like, who cares? Because you Virgos, you paid your dues. You put on for others. You made sure that other people were good. You were giving up your own happiness and your own joy for the sake of others. Never do that again. That's not supposed to be a norm for you Virgos. And this is why it is that you Virgos are not doing it anymore. Because you Virgos understand that you've already been doing that. You've already been doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So then the thing is that the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card right here for you represents how a lot of you Virgos a lot of other people want you to stay out of the spotlight, to not make decisions that are selfish. But now a lot of you Virgos are. But the difference between your selfishness and theirs is that you've actually paid your dues. You know, people can't come to you. Let me show you the cards. People can't come to you with some nonsense about, oh, well, you moving differently. It's like, yeah, I get to. So I get to. What you gonna do about it? Because I know personally, I've been paid people's phone bills. You know what I'm saying? I've been helped people out. You know, and when I say pay their phone bill, I'm not talking about from a transactional point of view where it's like I'm paying for some nucky. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about looking out for friends and making sure that they good. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Helping them out. And essentially getting not really being taken seriously for it. And people waste my time, having issues, disrespecting, and at the same time, now that a lot of you Virgos are like, nah, forget about it. Because you realize a lot of people don't have loyalty. They saying that they do, but reality is that they don't. Because if they had loyalties, how come is it that when the pressure is on, right? When people are applying pressure, you the one that have to make sure that you have your own back, while it is that, you know, these people can be around you and they don't really have your back like that, right? So a lot of you Virgos are like, you gonna hang out with people who want to hang out with you, who put in work for you. My family puts in work for me. I see them and have seen them put in good work for me. So I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like my family has never, like ever, put in any kind of work ever. You know what I mean? Um, So I'm saying all that to say that hang out with people that work for you, that want you to win, that uh bring value, essentially, bring value to you. The Seven of Cups right here speaks to how a lot of you Virgos and explore your options. Don't get caught up with one person. I'm not getting caught up with one person as far as looking for a particular person to have my back. I'm just hanging out with people and seeing what type of time they on. And if they rock with me, cool. If they don't, then it is what it is. What am I gonna do, right? I'm just gonna leave the situation. Then you have the Seven of Pentacles, I'm sure. Yep. Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess. This is a time right now for you Virgos where things are going well for you. Okay? Now is the time for you Virgos. Now that things are going well, now is the time for you Virgos to not only have things go well, but to understand what type of disposition you're in and to use the position that you have wisely. Why I'm saying that is because the High Priestess represents you moving up in the world. I can speak to it myself. A lot more people know me than I anticipated. I didn't even think that I had this much pull up until a few days ago, up until a few weeks ago. And I'm like, yo, I'm more powerful than what I think, huh? But that goes to show you how I'm not really like checking for the fame. I'm not really getting caught up with the fame like that, where it's like, I'm like, oh, the fame and, flexing the fame and stuff like this. I'm still like, I'm not going to say moving stupidly or anything like that, but like, I'm still moving in the sense of people don't know me. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, because truth be told, I mean, maybe this may happen in the future. I don't know. But, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it's like, for me, when I walk out there into the streets, I don't have people be like, yo, you Kareemspiritworks, can I get a picture? Like, I'm not there. I'm not there yet. But at the same time, I am using the position that I'm in to be like, okay, I have some people who, look up to me and stuff like this. So now it's like I basically have to essentially set an example, which is cool. So, which is what you Virgos are going to have to do as well. You have to set an example, right? You have to also make very wise decisions, because there's some people who don't know how to take no for an answer, right? Some frenemies who don't know how to take no for an answer. People who don't know whether or not they coming or going, you know, but then at the same time, you can't take seriously as far as to be your friend, because they'll sabotage you. So what you Virgos have to do is, like I said before, just stay, honestly, just be a loner. Stay by yourself as much as you can. And the people that you hang out with like that, spending your time with, are people that you can see have your back. So let's clarify the High Priestess. You have the Emperor, King of Wands, King of Swords, the Justice, and then you Virgos have the Seven of Cups, right? To clarify the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Swords speaks to the level of influence that a lot of us Virgos now have. That our absence is making an impact. Because overall, what it is that I see for you Virgos is that I see that a lot of you Virgos are not necessarily obviously being the face of change. A lot of you are very much so behind the scenes doing what you got to do. And a lot of people want to kind of get hip to what you got going on behind the scenes, right? They want to ask about you and ask, what is it that you have got going on? And for you, a lot of you Virgos, you know, you'd rather just be like, just play the humble role. And you'd rather just tell them that you good. But it's clear that even though you're not telling people what you've got going on, it's clear that you Virgos are actually making right moves or the correct decisions, because the way that you Virgos look, right? Your presentation, how you look, your appearance value, your health is obviously getting better. So people can see, okay, you know, obviously, you know, they're not going to be able to make you talk. They can't, you know, they're not going to be able to make you talk. So the best thing that they can do is try to like fish information out of you, ask you how you doing, you know, try to ask you questions to see if you'll tell more. And a lot of you Virgos are just like, throw away the key, right? And the Justice and the Seven of Cups is about how, and you're going to continue to be like that. The Justice, right, speaks to, once again, the crowding around you, the need to, right, they want to see what you're about. They want to know a little bit more about you. They want to know more. And then you have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups speaks to how a lot of you Virgos, you just handling priorities. You know, you're not necessarily, you know, a closed book. It's just that you Virgos are doing what it is that you got to do. You're just not all up in the face of other people. So this is a very well thought out plan that a lot of you Virgos have. And it's something that really deters people from knowing too much. Not necessarily because you got anything nefarious going on, but just so that people can stay out of your business. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're growing. We're at 16,311 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where you can get a personal reading from me. Please come through and get the personal readings. That way I can most definitely keep the channel going. Really appreciate it. Peace. Have a good one.